I want the future generations to know that through my art, I tried my best to change whatever I could. कि आपके आसपास कुछ भी हो रहा होगा, we've become like walls. There's no empathy left in us. It's not something that I'm still over. I don't think I'll ever be over it. I'm okay. I cry a little, then I get over it.
Welcome to the Quint.
Thank you so much.
Your film Bhakshak is going to release soon on
Yes.
9th Feb, right? And I think आपने कहीं तो बोला था कि this is one of the most important or powerful films that you have
Yes.
done. So where does that kind of come from?
In my filmography, I have, since my first film, tried to be associated with movies that kind of give a little more than just good old entertainment. And Bhakshak kind of sits right up on that list. It's a fictional film inspired by true events. My conscience wouldn't have allowed me not to do this film after reading the script. It deals with such a sensitive topic, right? It deals with sexual abuse within that strata of the society that are completely not empowered. पता है फिल्म में एक बहुत हार्ड हिटिंग लाइन है कि तुम अनाथ हो, तुम्हारे आगे कौन है, पीछे कौन है, कोई नहीं जानता, तुम्हें कोई जानता ही नहीं है, तो तुम्हारे साथ जो होगा और क्या होगा उसका किसी को पता ही नहीं होगा. So I just feel like us as a society, where does the accountability come in? You know, that's what the film's about. The film's about all the various social constructs that have just made us emotionless.
फिल्म की एक चीज़ I really love the dialogues that are there. They're all so powerful. और also अफवाह में it was a film about fake news. Sure, you weren't playing a journalist,
Yeah.
but the theme is still there,
Yeah.
right? So is this a theme that you connect with?
It's a theme I deeply, deeply connect with because look, it's just not a comment on the media today. You know, it is a comment on just us as human beings. कि आपके आसपास कुछ भी हो रहा होगा, we've become like walls. There's no empathy left in us. है ना कि बगल में कुछ हो रहा, हमें फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, हमें आवाज़ें आ रही है, चीखें सुनाई दे रही हैं. We just because a life of convenience, a life of fear. हमें किसी और के पछड़े में ना जाना ही नहीं है. यार मैं आपको एक बात बता रही हूँ, इतने बार you see an injured animal on the road, कोई रोक के उसको help नहीं करता है. People are driving past, driving over. So I just feel like the sense of compassion is gone.
Talking about your films, बहुत cases में that's the nature of the industry. कुछ फिल्में चलती हैं, कुछ नहीं चलती हैं, right? So how do you deal with both the praise and the criticism?
I enjoy the praise, but I think I get over it way faster. The criticism definitely pinches me a lot deeper. I'm not that person who's like, oh, I can deal with failure really well. I can't. I'm learning. I've reached a point where I take the criticism as positively as I can because I've also kind of learned over the years to detach myself. For me, it's beyond the box office as well, right? Because that's the credibility I've earned as an actor. So it's very heartbreaking when you kind of see you being disillusioned by your vision. And that's normal. But I'm okay. I cry a little, then I get over it.
Is it kind of important to you कि when you sign a film that it has a strong messaging? I know you said that you don't want to do films that are just entertainment.
Actually, I would just want to reword it maybe better. I enjoy films where the backbone isn't a strong message as well, but I can't do characters that are weak. And by weak, I mean by ideology, you know, by what they stand for. And there has to be some layer of positive impact. So I think I actually really enjoy films that have that kind of an impact.
Speaking of impact, as you said, at the end of it all, right, as an actor, आप क्या impact छोड़ना चाहते हैं? What do you want your legacy to be as an actor? Have you thought about that?
Oh yeah, many a times. I want my films to be watched through generations. I want them to be relevant through generations. I want the future generations to know that through my art, I tried my best to change whatever I could. Why do we still speak about Mother India? Why is Rang De Basanti still so relevant? Dum Laga Ke Haisha, it's been 8 years. You know, it's still a film that I get such incredible amounts of love for. Even after 8 years, which is not a very long time, yet, you know, I have like little children that have somehow watched my film. I'm like, but we weren't even born. These are like kids that are so young. And that's the kind of cinema I want to leave behind. And I know Bhakshak is going to be that, because tomorrow, when my future generations watch a film like Bhakshak, they'll know where I stand as a human being.
But when you do films like this, I'm sure it takes a toll on you also, because the subject matter is very intense. And you are, after all, a woman in this society.
Yes.
So how do you kind of deal with that? Do you choose to consciously disconnect from it a little bit? Or do you just give in and deal with
I
what
can't
happens?
disconnect. It's very tough. I've not mastered it yet. See, there's so many underlying themes in Bhakshak, right? I mean, we've seen women-led thrillers. But what excited me about this is that here is a journalist, who's on this solo journey. This girl is not empowered at all. She does not have any big channel backing her, and she is inspired from true events. And I was like, all it needed was one person to change the lives of so many little girls. All it needed was one person's bravery to actually care, to know what's happening with these girls. And the living hell that these children were in, because it was nothing less than that. They were got out of this because of this one person's belief and passion in the profession that they belong to. It's her cameraman, and just their courage. And they are out. She's not empowered by any police force, or, she does not have like the law supporting her. She has nothing. Every day when she's on that road, investigating, she feels like she could be killed. But she still is at it. So this film inspired me so much, and it's not something that I'm still over. I don't think I'll ever be over it. Such cases happen every 2 months. You read about it. Recently it was in the newspapers how in a child shelter home, there were cases of sexual abuse. There were so many kids that were tested HIV positive. We don't have individuals like Vaishali Singh, that is my character, that bring it to light. This is not going to stop. And these are little children.
And since you were talking about the camera person in the film, how was the experience of working with Sanjay Mishra in this film?
Listen, I love him. Sanjay ji मजाक करते हैं मेरे साथ कि इसको तो खिला पिला के हमने बड़ा किया है. Because see, when you work with somebody in your first film, that bond is extremely special. And he's like a father figure for me in the film. He looks out for me, and he's also the relief. He's such a fine actor. Not the reporting scenes, but everything that happens around it is all improvised. He knows this world. I don't know this world. मैं जितना भी research कर लूँ, मैं जितना भी workshop कर लूँ, as much as I get into it, if I don't have that mahal, and I'm that actor now who loves absorbing from others, I would be like, let's just do it. And I succumb to his thoughts as well, because I was like, he knows this world. He's grown up over here. Because we spoke about Sanjay ji, I cannot not speak about Aditya Srivastav.
Yeah, you should.
Man, I was like, forget the toll it took on me. I was like, how did he do it? Yeah. Because he is that character, he plays the main antagonist, can't be sympathized with at all. On a human level, you have to be a demon of a very different level to be like, Acha, main samajh sa. He is malicious. He is disgusting, that character. And the way Aditya sir has performed it.
To kind of wrap this up, अगर आपको एक ऐसा कोई genre है जो आपने explore नहीं किया है, or that you kind of want to do more films in that genre, which one would that be?
A genre that I really, really, really enjoy is comedy. I love it. I never got a chance to do active front-footed comedy as I did in my previous outing, and thank you for coming. I love it. I also feel it's so tough. I also feel there's such few comedies written for women. Such few, because we are not supposed to be funny or inappropriate, right? But I love doing comedies. A genre that I would really wanna experiment with would be action. That's something I've not done. Like, it can be anywhere in the spectrum, from a Kill Bill to a Lara Croft. I'm okay with anything.
So this interview is kind of you're putting it out there that
I've manifested everything.
Come to Bhumi
Action
Pednekar
films, comedy.
Yeah, we'll end this here. Yes. This was a wonderful interview, and like I said, we have to talk Raz at some point.
Absolutely.
But thank you so much.
Thank
Very
you so
excited
much.
to just see what you do next also.
Thank you.